Hello and welcome to Money9. I am Teena Kaushal. Are you worried about low FD rates and looking for investment options which can give you higher return than bank FDs? Then you are at the right place, because today we are going to tell you where you can park your money given low FD rates. Joining me is a very special guest, Anil Chopra, Group Director Financial Wellbeing at Bajaj Capital. Mr. Chopra, people are really worried about low rate of return. So if you can tell our viewers where they can park their money, you being an expert is the right person to ask this question.
Sure. Yes, you are right, Tina. The currently interest rates are so low that people are not getting any positive real rate of return. The real rate of return is return minus inflation minus income tax. And currently, the most popular fixed income option, which is 1 year fixed deposit with bank, is only giving 5.5% return, and inflation itself is around that level. And then if there is income tax also, the real rate of return is almost negative. So you are absolutely right that most fixed income oriented individuals are struggling to find better options. Obviously, one option which everybody knows is debt mutual funds, but that also everyone is not comfortable because people are looking for surety. They want assured returns, and mutual funds do not give assured returns. Then the options are very limited, but let me start telling them. There are few options which are only for senior citizens, and then there are options which everyone can take help of. The most popular option which is available for everyone is the floating rate saving bonds. They are also known as FRSB. Earlier they were known as RBI bonds or GOI bonds, but now they are known as floating rate saving bonds, where anybody and everybody can invest. Of course, NRIs cannot invest, so there is no age criterion. There is no problem of senior citizen or junior citizen. Anybody, whether you are 25, 29, 49, 108, everybody can invest. And the other beautiful thing about it is that there is no upper cap or maximum limit, to which you can invest. You can invest 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 50 lakhs, 5 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore. There is no upper limit. Now, the most important features, how much interest you should expect. Interest currently being offered is 7.15%, which is significantly higher than the 1 year bank FD rate, which is 5.5%. But these bonds come with the other terms and conditions also. One is that the period is for 7 years. So 7 years, and also the interest is paid every 6 months. And the interest is not guaranteed for entire period of 7 years. Interest is assured for on a quarter to quarter basis. Every quarter, the interest rate is announced in advance. So last quarter, the interest was 7.15% annual. This quarter also, it could have been changed, but it has not been changed. So it is still remains 7.15. Similarly, now April, May, June quarter, it can be kept same as 7.15. It can be enhanced to 7.20, 7.25. It can even be reduced to 7% or 6.9. Who does it? Ministry of Finance does it. Government of India does it. And they do it linking it to the interest rate which is being offered on national savings certificates, NSC, which is a very popular investment option. So interest rates on floating rate saving bond is 0.35% or 35 basis points higher than the interest rate being offered on national savings certificates. So that is one option which is available to all. Then the second option,
Okay.
which again is very popular. You have any question on this?
Sir, go ahead.
Okay, so the second option, which again is very, very popular, are some highly reputed AAA rated corporate deposits. So, and these corporate deposits come from such big names as HDFC Limited, or Bajaj Finance Limited, or Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services Limited, or PNB Housing Finance Limited, or LIC Housing Finance Limited. So these are some of the big names which are also accepting deposits from public, and the periods are ranging from 1 year to 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, even going up to 7 years. Interest rates being offered are in the range of 6% to 8%, maximum going up to around 8%. But here, because these are companies, so we always recommend that whenever you are investing your hard-earned money in singular company, then make sure that you diversify. Do not invest more than 10% of your total portfolio in one company just because you are getting a higher interest rate. This is as a matter of abundant precaution. So there, as compared to 5.5 in bank, you can get up to 7% to 7.5 or 8%. Some of us may feel that it's very small difference, but actually it's not small. Just imagine if somebody has a portfolio of 25 lakhs of rupees and he is parking it here in corporate deposits in 3 or 4 by dividing his amount, and if he is able to increase his overall percentage by 2% from 5.5 to 7.5, that is 50,000 rupees in 1 year or 4,000 rupees every month, which is significant if we look at it from a middle class budget point of view. So the corporate fixed deposits are the other option. And then there are obviously options for mutual funds where the returns are not assured, but people can manage up to 6 to 7.5% returns depending upon what kind of debt mutual funds you choose.
Mr. Chopra, before we move to other options, you said about corporate deposit. So just want to ask, how safe are corporate deposit? Because we saw in the past how companies like DHFL and others defaulted. So when one is going for corporate deposit, what points should one consider?
Yes, very good question, very important question. You're absolutely right that in last few years there have been 1 or 2 such occasions where companies which were otherwise enjoying AAA rating at some point of time were not able to honor their commitment. So, and DHFL is one such example where still the money has not turned bad. Only thing is that there is delay and the matter is still sub judice. And sooner or later, as and when a solution is found and some company is able to acquire this company, then the depositors and other creditors will start getting back their money. But the big question remains whether they will get back 100% or there would be some haircut there. Now, coming back to your question of how to decide that which companies should choose from. So there one should look at 3 or 4 factors. First is rating. Obviously, rating has to be minimum AA plus or AAA. But that rating alone cannot guarantee that you will get back your money. The other thing is track record of the company. So company like HDFC, there is an HDFC bank also, there is an HDFC life insurance also, and we know that how safe and how big the name HDFC is. So that is just one example. That similarly Bajaj Finance. So we all know that Bajaj Auto Group or Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, all these are very big names. So Bajaj Finance is a company from that group. It also enjoys AAA rating. So then track record is great. So that becomes the second factor. Then the other factor is, which I already mentioned, that do not invest more than 10% of your total portfolio in one company, which means if your total portfolio is say 1 crore, don't invest more than 10 lakhs in one company, even if it may be HDFC or even if it may be Bajaj Finance. So these are some of the things which you need to keep in mind.
Chopra, one last question. If you can tell, if one wants to invest in corporate deposit, can one do it online, or what options are available to invest in these options that you have given to us?
Yes. Companies, of course, now improving their technological abilities to offer it online. So yes, Bajaj Finance, HDFC, etc. People can invest directly online also, but there are other agencies, like distributors or agents which these companies have appointed. So they can always come to the help of depositors in terms of giving them support for filling up their form, ensuring that the proper nominee is, captured, their address, their bank details, etc. Because sometimes when you are doing it on your own online, then there may be some lapses. So both the facilities are there. If you are confident doing it online yourself, one can do it online. But if one needs assistance, then this assistance is coming free of cost. For example, from our company, we have 235 offices across the country, and we render these services free of cost to anybody who wants to invest in companies which we are promoting and recommending, like I mentioned, couple of names. So both options are there.
Thank you, Mr. Chopra. It was really insightful, and thank you for sparing time. As you said, floating rate interest bonds are there, as well as corporate deposits are few options which you can consider. And thank you for being on Money9.